Alright guys, good morning. This is our day in Tawang and we have decided to see the local sightseeings, and right now I am at one of the most iconic landmarks of Tawang, which is the owner of Tawang, the big Buddha statue. Let's take a closer look at it. I got to know after interacting with people that this 50-foot golden Buddha statue isn't just a spiritual icon but also a guardian of Tawang, watching over the entire valley. It was built with the blessings of Dalai Lama himself. And here is something even more interesting. This spot was chosen because monks believed it had the strongest energy in all of Tawang, because it follows ancient Buddhist geomancy. Walking around the statue, doing parikrama felt absolutely surreal. The soft hum of prayers, the gentle spin of the prayer wheels, it was almost meditative. And seeing the locals do it with so much faith just made the whole experience even more magical. We are lucky to get here during their tea time, so we've got free of course black tea here and enjoying the views while taking a sip of this tea. The good part about this place, the best part about this place is it offers a great vantage point of the city. It is situated in such a place where you can take a panoramic view of the whole city, and it looks absolutely so beautiful. We have reached another major destination that you must see in Tawang is Tawang Monastery. Walking into Tawang Monastery felt like stepping into a different era, almost like a hidden ancient town in the mountains. It's not just a place of worship, it has a whole world of its own, home to over 400 monks. Okay, so I've not read a lot about this monastery, but this is the first hand information which I'm giving to you as I'm observing this place. This is one of the largest monasteries that I've ever come across, and it's not just a monastery, it has healthcare institutes, schools, and a lot of other small institutes in it. You can see the place exudes a lot of old world charm. Looks like a very unique antique monastery. Even the prayer wheels here are very old, and it looks like very antique. I just want you to just take a look at this place and see for yourself. As I walked through the alleys, the silence was almost magical. The narrow stone pathways, untouched by time, made me feel like I had traveled back into a bygone era. So after walking a lot in the premises of this monastery, I've come just outside the monastery. I've not entered the monastery yet, but the views that it offers are breathtaking. Really beautiful panoramic views. Just take a look at it. Like I told you, there is a school inside the monastery. The kids are studying. So it indeed is the largest monastery in India. The full name of this monastery is Tawang Namgyal Lahatse Monastery. Built in the 17th century, it has witnessed centuries of history, including the Dalai Lama's escape from Tibet in 1959. And right at its heart is the grand 3-story assembly hall where a towering 26-foot golden Buddha sits, surrounded by intricate murals and Thangka paintings that tell stories from centuries past. From the highest point of the monastery, I looked out and saw a sea of yellow roofs scattered across the hillside. These are the homes of the monks, forming a peaceful little settlement. We have now come to Tawang War Memorial, another must-visit place when in Tawang. This memorial is dedicated to all the soldiers who sacrificed their lives in the Indo-China War of 1962. Tawang War Memorial, also known as Namgyal Chotin, is a tribute to over 2,400 Indian soldiers who made the ultimate sacrifice in the 1962 Indo-China War. Built in traditional Tibetan style, it blends beautifully with Tawang's spiritual and cultural essence. The most striking sight here is the statue of Subedar Joginder Singh, a name etched in history for his extraordinary bravery. Leading his Sikh regiment at Bumla Pass, he fought against Chinese forces, refusing to back down even after severely wounded. Alright, good morning everybody. It's 8 in the morning and we are all set to leave for Bumla Pass.
So excited.
Alright, a fair disclaimer. The road from Tawang to Bumla Pass is absolutely amazing. It's quite adventurous. It's winding and there are so many hairpin turns. You're going to have fun and the views are mesmerizing. It's going to take your breath away. Right now we have stopped at Pengatang So Lake, which is one of the main sightseeing that comes on the way to Bumla Pass. Right now we have stopped here to enjoy the views of the lake. So I can see the very thin layer of the lake has started to freeze. That means like in 2 to 3 weeks this lake will also be frozen and there will be snow all over this place. Along the way we came across 14 to 15 smaller lakes, making the entire route feel so surreal. As we got closer to Bumla Pass, the number of army camps and settlements began to increase, which remind you of strategic importance of this region. So guys, I finally welcome you all to Bumla Pass, which is situated at a height of 15,200 feet. This is an important pass known for LAC, line of actual control. There's an India-China border here, a very important border which we are going to see in some time. We are waiting for our passes to get done and we will enter here in some time. But it's super chilly here. The wind is super chilly and the place is extraordinarily beautiful.
And I have now
Wow.
in full army mood.
The jacket is looking nice.
Yeah.
So there is a huge army settlement here. Obviously, the area is super sensitive and the army settlement has to be there. But salute to all the soldiers who are stationed here and working in these extreme conditions.
So all the formalities has been done. हमारा पास उन्होंने चेक कर लिया है and now we are all set to go line of actual control. वहाँ पे फोटोग्राफी अलाउड नहीं है and we completely respect that. और जो भी हम वहाँ पे देखेंगे वो सारा एक्सपीरियंस आपके साथ आके शेयर करते हैं. See you.
So we have just come out of the border area, the actual LAC, and it was an incredible experience. Believe you me, it was really incredible. I'm so happy to be here. We did not know that Bumla is a friendly border. India and China has signed a treaty after 1962 war that there'll be no fighting on these borders.
जैसे हमारे यहाँ के सिविलियंस LAC तक अलाउड है जाना, वहाँ चाइनीज़ अलाउड नहीं है क्योंकि एक्चुअली ये जो LAC के बाद का एरिया है टेक्निकली दैट इज़ तिब्बत. It has been captured by Chinese, so they don't allow Tibet people. They don't maybe want Tibet people कि वो हमारी LAC तक आएँ और इंडियन से इंटरेक्ट करें या देखें, because I think we share a very good bond with Tibet. That's why. आपके तो कैमराज अलाउड नहीं है, लेकिन आप थोड़ा पे करके वहाँ पे वो खुद आपकी फ़ोटो खींचेंगे और बहुत अच्छी फ़ोटो खींचेंगे.
So we have now come to Sangastar Lake, one of the most important lakes here, one of the biggest lakes here and one of the most scenic lakes here. This lake is also known as Maduri Lake. Apparently Maduri Dixit came here, they had a shooting and that's why it's called Maduri Lake, but I prefer calling it Sangastar Lake. Do come here, do not miss out on this place because it's incredibly beautiful. I've just taken a glimpse. It's beautiful. Look, the lake with the backdrop of this huge mountain.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Let's go inside.
Yeah.
This lake is surrounded by huge mountains. It's too much cold here.
Yeah.
There are proper walking paths, proper entry to the lake. It's so beautiful. Sangatsar Lake isn't just about the views. It's got a wild backstory too. The tree trunks that you can see rising out of the water are some sort of reminder of its tragic past. It's hard to believe, but this place was a once dense and beautiful forest. But a massive flash flood in 1950 changed everything in an instant. The valley got completely submerged, and what's left are these ghostly tree remains frozen in time. It's almost like nature decided to hit a pause, turning a disaster into something unbelievably beautiful.
All the lakes and all the tourist spots we've been to are very well maintained by army. Just because there are no other options, there is no village. आप कोई village नहीं देखोगे. It is all of this area is dominated by army, and they have maintained it really very well.
After soaking in the beauty of Maduri Lake, we made our way back to Tawang town, just in time to experience its vibrant evening charm. We headed straight to the Taste of Tawang, a popular spot for local cuisine, and trust me, the flavors were as rich as its culture. And on our way back to the hotel, we stumbled upon something truly special. Right in the city center, a group of women dancing with pure joy. Out of curiosity, we stopped by to watch them, and that's when we learned they were celebrating a good day for the Dalai Lama. Honestly, we couldn't have asked for a better way to wrap up our time in Tawang.